Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Nine Sim. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. So, I came across a video of a white woman who is very mad that a black man is using the daughter to create content. And mind you, they've been creating this content for more than 3, 4 years, if I am not mistaken. I met them on this app, right? And she is asking why would the child be learning race, politics, and uh, and other things, and trying to tell the child that said that the child curses and all that. And I am going to say, who are you to tell a father how to train the child or what content to create on the internet? Now, she was trying to call another people out, and I am just finding out that the husband is a criminal. This is how majority of your family will keep getting buzz on the internet without even them knowing. No, I am going to say this. Go home and take care of your criminal husband, because you can have a criminal at home and you are coming out here to tell somebody how to train the child. Now, let me tell you something. I know this family for a while on this internet, and this man is doing great. The child is in kind of enlightened when it comes to politics, race, and all that. And being the fact that the child is also biracial, one thing I have noticed is that if you do not teach your child, someone outside will teach them. So I love the fact that she is learning from the father, and she is doing amazingly well. I cannot tell a father how to train the child. You know what? Let's get into this video.
There's a creator on this app who is using his daughter in his videos, who's no older than 10, talking about race, politics, cursing like a sailor, making fun of disabled or handicapped people. The dude also went and decided to threaten a woman on here who is somebody's wife. And then when they decided to bring up your daughter, that's when you had a fucking problem. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think that anybody should go after kids. But you, sir, you have nobody to blame but your damn self for that. You allowed her to be in your videos and run her mouth like she was grown. And I know common sense isn't too common these days, but holy fuck, rub a couple of your damn brain cells together. You are the problem. Don't try to sit up on this app and play victim because somebody brought your daughter into shit when you brought her in it in the first damn place. So if you want to be mad at anybody and threaten anybody, maybe threaten your damn self. Parent to parent, do fucking better. So there's a creator on this app who is using his daughter in his videos, who's no older.
Your husband is a criminal. Your spouse, that person you lay up with, is a criminal. And yet here you are trying to give out advice on what somebody should do with their daughter. Your husband or spouse or baby daddy or whoever he is a whole ass criminal. Right-wingers probably need to stop doing this. Y'all probably need to stop doing this. We learned after Sandy Hook that you motherfuckers genuinely don't give a fuck about kids. But now it's becoming quite obvious that not only do you not give a fuck about kids, but you like to pretend like you give a fuck about kids. The person that you're talking to or talking about is a friend of mine. He's a battle buddy, both of us, United States Army. Okay? What he does with his child, how he raises his child, is his business. I forgot. Y'all don't know how to do that either. That's why y'all want to be all up in a trans woman or all up in the stall of a trans woman trying to take a shit in a bathroom and a woman's uterus when she's trying to have an abortion. But guess what? This time you fucked up. That's family. That's family. That is my brother. That's my friend, my battle buddy. Hanging and banging. I got his 6, he got mine. And I happen to love what Jean Grey does. I do. It is giving y'all what you asked for. Y'all wanted assholes? Now you got assholes in all shapes, sizes, and ages. Meanwhile, your husband's a whole ass goddamn criminal, ain't he? Ain't he? What's he a criminal for? Oh. So while you're over here bitch moaning complaining about what Eddie Brock does with his daughter, you have to keep your husband away from other people's daughters now, don't you? Listen, the days of y'all having moral superiority are over. I don't know who needs to tell you this, but since nobody else will, I will. Y'all can no longer call yourselves the party of family values. You can no longer call yourselves the party of protecting the children. And you damn sure can no longer call yourself the party of law and fucking order. Okay? The people that y'all root for are drunk drivers. Whole ass PDF files. Groomers. Fake ass preachers. Grifters. It's out in the open and it's buck ass naked, and y'all have the audacity to still try to pretend like y'all have some moral superiority or some moral high ground the rest of us have to fucking listen to. I don't. I never have and I never will. I will call each and every one of you a bunch of Pharisees and hypocrites to your motherfucking face. Clean up your goddamn house. Clean your house up. Obey the law at your shit. Worry about your own motherfucking kids and grandkids or whatever the fuck else you got. But while you over here trying to prune somebody else's fucking yard, your shit's on fire. Tell your husband to obey the law. Tell your baby daddy or your spouse or whoever the fuck it is to obey the law. Watch out for your fucking kids. How about that? How about that? Instead of being worried about what the fuck Eddie Brock does with his daughter, who happens to be smarter than your silly ass, maybe, and I'm just spitballing because that's all I really kind of do, maybe you should clean up your own shit instead of worrying about everybody else. That's the fucking problem with you evangelical Christian conservative motherfuckers. Everybody else's life is, oh, we got to get all in the middle of it, but y'all can't even fix your own shit. Because had somebody fixed their fucking life, Ashley Babbitt's bitch ass would still be on this side of the dirt now, wouldn't they? If somebody had fixed their fucking life, Donald Trump wouldn't be president of the motherfucking United States, would he? And if somebody had fixed their fucking life, your husband wouldn't be a motherfucking criminal. I suggest you stop wiping the smoke of dust in my eye and leftist people's eyes and Eddie Brock's eyes and Jean Grey's eyes and get that motherfucking telephone pole out of yours. Y'all are no longer morally superior. We have let you know this ahead of time. We're no longer listening to y'all about morals. Never again. Y'all elected the most amoral motherfucker that has ever occupied the fucking White House. You motherfuckers can no longer tell us shit about what is and isn't fucking safe for people's children and shit. Not after Sandy Hook and y'all was clutching on your fucking weapons. I'm gonna need you to take the bass out your fucking voice and shh.
So there's a creator on this app who is using his daughter in his videos who's no older.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here. Tell you, 3.5 years ago, my daughter and I started making content. We got dope. We learned how to do it. Nothing was pretty much off limits. She grew up on TikTok, and as she grew, her lessons grew. She started learning more things. And as a black man, I'm not going to have my daughter walking around this society blind. So we talk about real life things, and we discuss and we make videos about real life things. And if you're a bad person or if you're conducting yourself a certain way, we're going to get you. That's just the name of the game. But no one really cared until a 9-year-old used acronyms that said GOP is guardian of pedophiles. She's fully aware of what's going on. The Republican Party voted to not release information that could have otherwise bring justice to victims, people who were abused, and those who are pedophiles. It's almost as if she inadvertently exposed all you pedophiles, because after that, everyone came unglued. You started snowflaking. You're indoctrinating your daughter. You're teaching her hate. You're teaching her racism. If that's true, where were you guys 2 years ago? Nowhere. You know why? Because what we were talking about, you guys didn't care about until you felt personally attacked. I dig it. Then everyone came out the woodworks. Keep your daughter out of politics. No, my children are going to be well versed in politics, just so they won't be manipulated by, I don't know, a 78-year-old misbuilt white guy with a micro penis suffering from syphilis. Just saying. That's a privilege you people can afford. Not this not this liking and not this vampire. Because our children are those. They're going to know what's going on. All right? And for the sake of this whole argument, you're just mad that what we talk about you don't like. So what do? You lie. Oh, he's using his daughter. Please. That's so pathetic. Like, this is desperate. You guys are just mad. Get over it. We're not going anywhere. We're here because we're fresh, we're dope, we're refreshing. Not your cup of tea, brew a pot of coffee. Okay? So please, moving forward, stop lying. If you're a certain type of person, we own you. That's just it. We've been doing it for 3.5 years. So if you're gonna lip sing a song talking about me and my 9-year-old, because keep your kid out of politics, my 9-year-old's watching. Oh, she gave me the middle finger? She absolutely did. F Donald Trump, F GOP, and F you. At the end of the day, this black man is going to teach his biracial daughter everything she needs to know to properly navigate this society. And here's the kicker. Her white mom is going to also teach her the toxicity of you white people that makes it difficult for white women like her. And you guys don't like it. Not sorry. Deal with it. This isn't the tolerant left over here. So whatever you guys are thinking, think it. We're not going to tell you and give you any heads up. This is how we get down over here. Everyone knows Eddie Brock, Big Matt, Jean Grey, the Honey Badger, aka Band Dishwasher. And we're dope. And you don't like it. That's all I got. Enjoy y'all evening. All right, so we've been overwhelmed with MAGA, Trump supporters, people talking about I'm using my daughter. So the gig's up. Thank you guys for tuning in, rolling with us. We can't extract any more content because, I mean, it is what Jean Grey, tell them. Like, we need to let the people know the truth, man. Just tell them. I'll deal with the backlash later. Go.
My dad is making me say all this stuff, and I have like no choice. But he makes me do it almost every day, even when I don't want to, because I have no choice. So you can take that and shove it up your ass, losers. F Donald Trump, and f y'all too.
You would be absolutely correct in considering the fact that I am a very passionate father. You seem to be too. The only difference is I don't want my child to grow up where there's racism everywhere. Because I don't care if it's black people being racist, white people being racist, Puerto Ricans being racist, Mexicans, or any kind of person. I don't want racism to be taught to children. And my friend, what you are absolutely doing is teaching your child to be racist. Isn't not cool. And once you post your child on the internet, I hate to say this, you no longer have consent over that. That's why you very rarely see my child come up in my videos, though. It's because of that reason right there. I know that there's weirdos on this app. I know that there's pedophiles on this app, and I've handled a couple of them. But my job as a father is to protect my child in any way, shape, and or form. And pointing out racism absolutely helps that. So that way he can grow up knowing that it doesn't matter about this right here, the color of your skin. It matters about the integrity that you have as a man. I teach my child, it doesn't matter what side of the aisle you are on. It matters about how much integrity a person has and stands on their morals and values. That's what makes me a real good father. So I do hope that you actually take this video to heart and learn that you can be racist. But with a little help, we can get it out of you. And my friend, what you are absolutely doing is teaching your child to be racist.
You know, I'm beginning to think that a lot of people aren't educated, sir. I believe a lot of people don't take time to truly read and understand definitions. I'm beginning to believe that it's easier to use dismissive language when you don't understand something, because it actually draws attention that a lot of you seek. Hear me out. The video in question, my 9-year-old daughter uses something called acronyms. If you don't know what it is, it's making words out of letters, right? And she came up on her own after watching the news and hearing chatter and stuff that GOP is guardians of pedophiles. And after that video went viral, it set off a wildfire in MAGAville and Trumpster Town. I'm teaching my daughter hate. Well, one would definitely hate pedophiles, right? I mean, Republicans literally voted to not release information that could have otherwise brought justice to those victimized by political figures, whether they were Republicans or Democrats. So it would be appropriate to say those are guardians of pedophiles. And yet, I'm teaching her hate, as if we're supposed to be compassionate and forgiving of pedophiles. Help me understand, black man. I'm teaching my daughter to be racist. To who? Racist white people? Am I to allow my daughter to be subjected to mistreatment? People talking crazy to her and she can't defend herself? Because if she does, she has an ego, or she thinks she's tough, or she's racist? Like, what world do you live in, sir? Because I live in a world, and I come from a world, that the moment a person says or does any of these things to you and you do nothing, you are officially a sucker. And at any given time, everyone's going to come at you. I hate it. I didn't make the rules, but that's how I govern my children. There is no pass. We are not basketball players, a 1 or a 2, and we're not a quarterback. There is no passing. We're going to nip it in the bud. I'm teaching my daughter to be as strong as me. And as a young girl, unfortunately, I have to be extremely hard on her, because a lot of misogynistic men full of toxicity is going to test my daughter, on top of her being biracial. So the content we create, the content we put out, isn't racist. Her mother's white. And as a white woman, my wife teaches my daughter these things from the white perspective. See, what it is that the white folks we talk about are the white folks who are the problem. The white folks we talk about, you're friends with. There's a whole sector of white people that look at white people we talk about like, I know this. I've been in that. I've been doing this for a long time before social media, bro. But with these dismissive words, it's easy to say, oh, he hates white people. No, I hate those type of white people. These white people are fucking cool. These are the white people that tell you the secret to combat those white people. If I was truly racist, I would be off TikTok. It would be an overwhelming amount of white people up in arms. But the white people we talk about are the white people that have a problem with it. We have so many supporters. Jean Grey has so many white aunties, it's ridiculous. So if what you say is true, we would have been washed up. You're suggesting that we're rewarded for indoctrination, teaching hate, and teaching racism. The fact of the matter is, you guys are like here. We're up there, and I hate to say that, but if you look at your content, all of your content is the same. There's more to TikTok than going after libs. There's more to TikTok than posting your MAGA stuff, your country music, and you fuck around and find out the American flag. There's more to TikTok, and the fact of the matter is, we're better than you guys when it comes to creating content. We have so much to offer. And because you're a diehard person who's committed to your cause, you're going to use things to combat what we talk about. It's part of the game. But I'm going to tell you, there is no teaching of racism over here. There is no teaching of hate. There is no indoctrination. What I am doing is teaching my daughter how to navigate a society where, as a biracial child, she's going to have to combat vampires and likings. But I always tell her she's both. And she's stronger than both. Like, it's baffling that we're having this conversation. It's all out of the fact that this dope ass black man, his daughter and his son is kicking out shit that y'all don't like. Because you can't compete with it. You can't do a video and compete with what Jean Grey, the Honey Badger, and Big Matt do. So what do? Oh, he's teaching her hate because that's going to get the attention from your people. Oh, he's teaching his daughter hate. I feel sorry for her. You don't even know me. Outside of videos, y'all don't know me. Dismissive words aimed to shake people or be dismissive or to invalidate people don't work over here. When you're dope, when you're great, those words are expected because people don't have the creative ingenuity. They can't clap back. Now you're teaching your daughter how to be racist. Like, you know what I mean? Like that is so far, like it's weird, bro. Like, what? I'm teaching her hate. No, what I'm teaching her is shit that she don't like because you happen to be the individuals we talk about. That's just what it is, a hit dog holler. I stand up for myself. I teach my daughter and my son to stand up for themselves. See, I don't go target people. If we fish for content, we fish for content. It's normally lighthearted because that's the nature of it, is to take a piece of content, make it funny, and go viral. But when people's feelings get hurt, they use dismissive words because they're letting us know that they're affected by it. It makes sense. But at the same time, that ain't our problem. If you happen to be the white person or the black person or the Asian person or the Hispanic person we're talking about, that's just what it is. And the best you can do is use dismissive language. Okay? Dismissive language will never beat creative ingenuity, man. This is how we're able to be where we're at on social media. Because that's what it's about. It's about being creative. You know? I mean, there's a lot of popular content creators who voted for Trump who are MAGA. You see how they do it? You know what I mean? I got homework to do, man. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, I really, it's draining to have these type of conversations because I guess we've exceeded that. And it's just like so overbearing that it's not even really worth the conversation. I'm just doing this video because, like I said, I can look at you and see who you are. And it's best to just, deal with that and don't come at me. You feel me? Because up until you reached out to me, I never knew you existed, bro. No one's teaching indoctrination. No one's teaching hate. No one's teaching racism. But the videos we do only affect those we talk about. And if you're affected by it, then you're the person we're talking about. So there's that. Take it easy, man.
This is all I got from this video. I am going to break this down for you a little bit so we can be on the same page, right? I have known this family for a while. They do content, right? And I love the fact that the daughter is doing great, because one thing I have learned when it comes to black people is that if you do not teach your child what they are supposed to know from start, that is where you miss it. Because if you don't teach them, they will teach them outside, right? You see this baby, You cannot bully her. This baby is very enlightened. At 9, she already knows so much about politics. So kudos to the father. And you do not have any right to tell a father how to raise her daughter. You don't have that right. Right now, let's get into the woman. The problem that white people are really having a very serious problem. And one of the problems they are having is the fact that they see things going on, wrong things, bad things going on around them, and they will never check that. But see a black person doing great for herself, for himself, that becomes you are the problem, not them. These people have been creating content for how many years? It's more than 2 years. Yeah, more than 2 years, 3 years, if I am not mistaken. And because I met them here too. And they didn't see that child grow to who she is today. But they want to tell you, you know why I don't show my kids on camera or something? Because they don't have to know that you must be this color or this color to make it. Shut up. Shut up. You and I know that this thing is a thing. I don't like people trying to play blind when things are going wrong. When you start playing blind, I know you are a liar. Because if you are a genuine person, you definitely will say, yeah, this child deserves to know what is going on, because absolutely she deserves to know what is going on in the society, because that child is already saved. You cannot bully her. She knows so much when it comes to politics. So the people that voted for a man with how many felonies? There is something felonies for those that forgot. They voted for a man that has 30-something felonies to become the president. And a child is out there speaking up on what is going on. You all voted, the Republicans voted, right? So that they will not release the what? The list. Now, let me ask you. I hope you know the people that voted are people's husbands. They are people's husbands. They are people's fathers, right? People's mothers, right? They are the ones that voted. I don't know if there are maybe single, but even if there are single people, like, maybe the person is not married, the person has a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a fiancé or whoever. So it means there is a pair somewhere, or there is a child somewhere. And you people are not checking your parents out, and you brought it to the internet to tell us that a child and the father is doing content. I love the fact that you people are going to F around and find out, because immediately you came in, they had to tell you that your husband is a criminal. Hey. They just reminded you that your husband is a criminal. Criminal, it could be a thief. It looks like this week is videos of stealing, because you all know how to do this very well. I know what I am saying. You all know how to do it very well. Now, let me tell you something. I don't care if you're a black or a brown or anybody that you are, or a white person that still in 2025 do not want to acknowledge that racism is a thing. You are part of the problem the society is facing. Because it's almost 4 years that I've been talking on. They told me, I remember back then that they come on my comment section to tell me to stop talking about it and it will go away. It's been how many years that I've been on this topic, and I haven't seen anything gone. And black people are still experiencing what they have been experiencing. So make this make sense if black people had shut up. I keep telling you people that one thing I love about black people is the fact that they do not keep quiet. Because if you have been keeping quiet all your life, trust me, there won't be anything about black people, especially in the United States, anymore. I said what I said. It's either you take it or you leave it. They might say, oh yeah, They are not that rich. We are richer than them. We are this than them and all that. Man, let me tell you, your mouth is your safest, like, I don't know how to say, but it's the best weapon that you have. The best weapon. Because if not for this, your mouth, a lot would have been swept under the rug. But you refuse to be a doormat. Black people refuse to be a doormat for them. I love it. Because if you were not screaming, I wouldn't have known. If you were not screaming, others wouldn't have known. Everybody's getting to know. Yeah. So you want to come here and talk to black people about race and tell black people about what to talk and what not to talk, and tell a black man what to do with her child and what not to do with her child. You see the problem that we are having. They even extend it to the extent that they also want to control your child. See, let me tell you something. No matter how educated, today, this is what they do. No matter how educated a black person is, no matter how rich you are, they will look for a way to come in because they want to humble you. They think, you're all rich, you're all educated. I'm coming from somewhere to, to make your life hard, or to still remind you that you are a black person. And this is what they do on a daily basis. One thing I have learned how do I say that? I have learned to read them from afar, like you do. From far, when I know what you are up to. Man, black people continue to do what you know how to do best, Never, anyway, why am I saying never keep quiet for anybody? Did you keep quiet since is it now that you are going to keep quiet? I don't think this is something I am supposed to say, because you and I know already. I am going to clock out here. Bye for now.